drove in, we had a lot of barbecue, various places.
Shocking.
Talked to Madsen at KNBT, that was nice, that was great. And now we're here to play some songs for you. In case you don't know anything about Peter, he's going to play a little bit of biography.
I used to live in Rock Hill, South Carolina, South Carolina. I'm glad I'm not living there still. I feel much better now. I used to teach at a school, verb conjugation, diagramming sentences. Wore a tie, hey, I felt like a tool, but I feel much better now. Shoving fried fish at folks who couldn't see their feet, but I feel much better now. And I worked at a Radio Shack at the Hillcrest Mall on the east side of Spartanburg. A couple thousand hours that I wish I had back. I feel much better now. The verse I wrote specifically so Eric would get to sing it with me on the road.
Is that fair?
I didn't like kids until the day that I had one. He's a good-looking boy, handsome like his daddy. He cried at first and then he learned how to have fun, and he feels much better now. I am a pale replication of a flawed original. Take my advice, don't take my advice. But if you're down in the mouth, I might be inspirational. I feel much better now.
You talk about having to wear a tie in that song, and we don't often wear ties here, but
No.
and I don't often wear ties ever, but I found this one in a junk shop. I thought, hell yeah. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe the cameras can zoom in on it. There's a little
Very nice.
saguaro cactus and a cowboy.
And
Over and over
we
again.
can trace the lineage. It used to belong to Soupy Sales, actually.
So that's a new song that's not on any of the records that are for sale out there. It's going to be on Peter's next record.
If you hated that song, you can purchase those records with impunity. You know?
You won't ever have to hear that song again. This is a fabulous jalapeno margarita, by the way.
Hey, I want to point out too, we're talking about those records, I have one called the Lloyd Green album that's out there, and on that album I'm holding a guitar in the picture, and it's my main guitar that I play every day, all the time, and the guy who made it, Jamie Kinshirf, is here, and he's just an incredible luthier, wonderful maker of beautiful instruments. So if anybody's in the market for a good guitar, Jamie Kinshirf.
It does something when Peter puts his very expensive Martin on the airplane, but he won't take the Kinshirf. Here's a song. It's for anybody who ever saw my band Last Train Home. Hurts so good. Up in Arlington, Virginia, I drove a lot from DC down to Nashville before I moved there. In fact, I still do a lot. we're playing up there in December. But I wrote this one because as you drive out 66, just before you hit 81, right before Front Royal, you get off on exit 13 and you stop and get a donut at the Apple House. It's a fine, fresh-made apple donut. Don't miss it. And right behind the Apple House is Dismal Hollow Road, and I kept, whenever I'd get an apple donut, I thought, wow, Dismal Hollow. How dismal does a hollow have to be called Dismal Hollow? I mean, they're all dismal to start with.
But yeah, it's not like Happy Hollow.
Bright, sunshiny hollow, no. So I drove up there and I thought, okay, I see why they call it Dismal Hollow. And then I thought about a fellow who might actually be living on there. I made up this story about him. Hey, oh, rain and snow, dark down in the hollow, playing for you with a fiddle and bow, and I'll be gone tomorrow. Hey, hey, cloudy day, no sun in the valley. Ever since she went away, well, I sure miss my Sally. That while not long ago, we went to the city. She found it a lovely place. I saw nothing pretty. She stayed, I went. Now I do regret it. In my mind, I see her smile. I never will forget it. Oh, hey, oh, rain and snow, dark down in the hollow, play for you with a fiddle and bow, and I'll be gone tomorrow. She wrote a letter, short and sweet, saying it all was well, and I wrote one back, telling her that my life was hell. I begged her to return, I swallowed all my pride, but I never heard another word. I guess she did decide. Hey, hey, cloudy day, no sun in the valley. Ever since she went away, well, I sure miss my Sally. Oh, her letters in my pocket and my bags are at my door. I'll play one more fiddle tune, then I won't play no more. Find me at the station, waiting on a northbound train. I'll find the girl who stole my heart, be with her again. Yeah, I'll find the girl who stole my heart, be with her again. Oh, hey, oh, rain and snow, dark down in the hollow, play for you with a fiddle and bow, and I'll be gone tomorrow. Hey, hey, cloudy day, no sun in the valley. Ever since she went away, well, I sure miss my Sally. Ever since she went away, oh, I sure miss my Sally.
Here's the saddest song I've got about hope. The odds are on the odds-on favorites. They can kill you with a murderer's row. They got a young phenom calling home to mom, saying, watch them all put on a show. They can hit for power, they can steal the base. They've got a crafty skipper with a poker face. They're gonna race away with a pennant race. Couple of breaks, we might take 4th place. All's well that ends well. Round here things don't end well. But we're tied for first with the whole summer left to play. And the fall breaks kind for the lucky ones. Winter comes even to the champions. Keep the aftermath and the epitaph. Give me opening day. I've been coming since before I remember. I've seen the pictures to prove that it's so. The season's design will knock your heart out of line and lay it on you till you're laying low. I have seen more big names than you can name. I've seen a whole lot of dreams when they pull up lame. Sad September, that's a crying shame. Won't you take me out to the new ball game? All's well that ends well. Around here things don't end well. But we're tied for first with the whole summer left to play. And the fall breaks kind for the lucky ones. Winter comes even to the champions. Keep the aftermath and the epitaph. Give me opening day, you know, when it feels like summer in the springtime. Just like morning in the afternoon. But we're weak up the middle and we're dull at the corners, and the dog days become too soon. Too soon. And I guess my father was the first to teach me that my mother never understood. That it is not fair, the deal ain't square. All you can do is just to try to make good. You know the players will always change. Mostly the uniforms stay the same. Just put your picture in a pretty frame and pass the mustard. You share the blame and pass the mustard. All's well that ends well. Around here things don't end well. But we're tied for first with a whole summer left to play. And the fall breaks kind for the lucky ones. Winter comes even to the champions. Keep the aftermath and the epitaph. Give me opening day. Give me opening day. Give me opening day.
Slight baseball thread in this one. We'll just keep that going.
It's a song written by Mr. David Olney, one of the all-time greats.
Who is a good friend of ours in Nashville. We recorded this one on our first record together, the album that Steve mentioned called You Don't Have to Like Them Both. So this is called Omar's Blues, number 2. 2, 3. Omar dug in his pockets and then said, I got some good news and bad news, my friend. The bad news is bad, let's skip over that. The good news is good, but it's a trifle thin. It's a trifle thin. It's a trifle thin. The good news is good, but it's a trifle thin. He said, I've asked all around, and nobody knows where in the world the wind goes when it blows, or how in the world it does what it does. But that's exactly my point, and it just goes to show, just goes to show, just goes to show. Yeah, that's exactly my point, and it just goes to show. DiMaggio's gone, and so's the house of Ruth. But Omar remembers the days of his youth. His pout and his poise, the crowd and the noise. It's just a sad story told from the broadcast booth. From the broadcast booth. From the broadcast booth. Rizzuto was crying in the broadcast booth. Omar dug in his pockets and then he said, I got reaching so much closer.
Yeah, we are.
It's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, we're usually closer, but we
We
have
just
to
get-
keep things separated because they're filming
Oh,
this. VH1 is
VH1.
filming it. They have a new Behind the Failure, I think.
Is
is
this
the-
Is this the about to break up sequence?
No, this is it's a series they're doing. You remember the Behind the Music where it's like people, famous stars.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, this is Behind the Failure. It's people, they like interview your mama and yeah, I just always knew he's gonna make something of himself. He's just always a singing from the time he's a little boy, but I guess it just didn't work out. They let him play in that pretty rock room though that one time.
What were they thinking?
It was a secret that she kept a long time. She didn't take it to her grave. There was a trip she took to Pensacola when she was young and didn't have to behave. There was a man that she had long admired. There was something about his rugged good looks. She liked to watch him on the small screen and read about him in the comic books. She said it was the heat of the moment. She said it was the blush of youth. She said it was the smell of the sea air and the taste of the gin and the dry vermouth. She said it took about an hour, a couple inches of black and blue. Grandma's Batman tattoo. Close to her heart, a private work of art, underneath the wool and the flannel. Nobody could have guessed there upon her chest. Same bad time, same bad channel. It's Toledo, it's something to see, but she always kept it hidden from view. Grandma's Batman tattoo. I tell you, Grandma was a real good grandma. Grandma was a real good wife. She lived to stay at home, turn the stories on, squash, casserole kind of a life. Grandma didn't stir up trouble. Grandma just stirred the stew. She didn't like to fly, she never told a lie, she never made a hullabaloo. But there were nights she lay awake and she wondered how come it turned out this way. What happened to the girl on the telltale world by the beach that summer day? Sometimes she would look in the mirror, sometimes she would stop and stare at herself and her favorite picture, both looking kind of worse for wear. Close to her heart, a private work of art, underneath the wool and the flannel. Nobody could have guessed there upon her chest. Same bad time, same bad channel. In Toledo, something to see, but she always kept it hidden from view. Grandma's Batman tattoo. It was a secret she kept a long time. She didn't take it to her grave. There was a family trip to New Orleans when she was old and didn't want to behave. Grandpa had been gone for one hard year, and we thought that maybe it would cheer her up to take Grandma to the Mardi Gras and let her walk canal with a go-kart. Time has not erased the memory. I'm hoping one day it recedes. She said it was the heat of the moment. She said she really wanted some beads. It was the moment that we all discovered what just the doctor and Grandpa knew. Grandma's Batman tattoo. Oh, Grandma's Batman tattoo.
True story? Is it true?
See, that's the one he won't answer, because almost every single one of Peter's songs has more than an element of truth, is frankly and explicitly autobiographical, and he won't cop to that one.
It's just, you know, I usually talk about myself when it involves other people. I try to, you know, I don't want to sell them out.
Discretion, better part of valor.
Right.
Well, I was a 9-year-old boy when Neil Armstrong stepped out of the lunar module of the Apollo 11 thing. I had the Revell plastic models all over my bedroom floor. I should remember what they call these things. And when he stepped out there, what he said was, "Houston, Tranquility Base. The Eagle has landed." And there was a big pause over there. Before they cheered, they were like, "Tranquility Base? What is that?" And because that wasn't part of the plan, he was just being a good ex-military guy. When you had a base and you landed somewhere, you had to give it a name.
Neil's kind of a hippie-ish kind of dude, right? So
Yeah, he was total stuff.
Tranquility Base, yeah.
And then they came back, him and Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, and they splashed down, and they were kept in quarantine. And then they gave a few news conferences, and Neil didn't really say much about the whole thing. They let Buzz can talk. He also can dance pretty well, as we saw last year on Dancing with the Stars. And Buzz, you couldn't shut up about the whole thing, but Neil didn't talk much about it. And the 9-year-old boy in me always wondered, you know, what was it like to be the first guy? He never, ever talked about it. So all my questions formed themselves into this song. Tell me, Neil, what you were thinking, with all of us watching you on the TV, taking small steps and giant leaps, and planting a flag in a place no one had been. 238,000 and more miles away through the infinite night. The landing was tough, but you brought her down. Tell me, what did you see? Was it glorious, beautiful, frightening, or sad? You had the view that no one else had. You turned away from the place you call home and stare at the stars. When you stepped off the ladder, did you think of Ohio? Children, your parents, your wife, your Panther jet brought down in Korea. Did you ask who am I to live such a life? One so glorious, beautiful, frightening, questions for him. But now he's gone, and that's too bad.
He did hear the song and he wrote back, he wrote an email through someone else to tell, the song is what, 34 questions for Neil Armstrong,
Yeah.
something like that, and what was the note he sent you?
He said, please tell Eric, thank you for the fine composition and performance, Neil. I thought that's pretty cool, but still, give me an answer.
Where were you last night? Oh, you seem like a nice guy. I like pickles, do you?
Little indirect.
I was writing a song one day with a guy named Don Schlitz, who is the guy that wrote The Gambler and When You Say Nothing at All, and I like to try to help the young folks out, give them a leg up in the industry like that. And we wrote one song, and then we started talking about women. He was asking me about my wife, and I explained, he's like, what's she like? I said, well, she's very patient person. And he said, well, how did she get that way? Practice, I guess, Same way you get to the rock room, practice. So then we wrote this. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you to suffer a fool like me. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you to suffer a fool like me. You've seen me stumble, and you've seen me fall. You have seen me on my knees, and you have heard me call. I've seen you patient, and I've seen you kind, and I have seen you making sure I was not left behind. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you suffer a fool like me. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you suffer a fool like me. I'm fast to anger, and I'm quick to judge, and I will point a finger, and I will hold a grudge. You've seen my shadows in the places where I hide, and you are always waiting for me on the other side. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you to suffer a fool like me. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you can suffer a fool like me. Suffer a fool, I can hardly believe someone as wise as you can suffer a fool like me.
Title track from Last Train Home record.
Oh, yeah.
That one.
And you gave me reason to hope. we got a special guest surprise. Is our brand new, we brought our band today. We met our band 20 minutes before the show. Is Tab around to help us out? Yes,
Tab.
there he is. How about this? He brought in a saxophone.
Has he ever played it before?
He has played it before. He's never played it with us before.
Never played this song before. We haven't even told him what we're gonna do.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you were supposed to throw him in the deep end.
Stravinsky. Come on out here.
So we're gonna do this, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even get his last name. Tad Barker. All right. We're gonna do you. Tenor saxophone. That is nice. So you told him it's in the key of D.
I did.
And it goes.
For any of you, it's in the key of D as well.
Let's see. 1, 5, 4, 6, 4. You'll just.
He's got it. He's got it.
Oh.
Y'all, this has been fun. We're going to do this, and then we're going to take a little break, and so are you apparently. And then we're all going to come back, and we're going to play the exact same songs again for the cameras tonight.
Different.
Oh, okay. Different
I'll
songs.
do.
Okay, so there again, if you didn't like any of these songs, chances are we won't be repeating them for the second set, so you might find something delightful in it. But what a great place to be, and we're so thankful to Steve for having us out, and how about a hand for Keith back there on the sound.
You can come on over to the
Yeah,
bar room
merch.
next door and sign our clipboard and chat us up and pick up a CD. We'll talk about all kinds of things. We've got to talk about the Tom T. Hall Grammy losing. We were
Yeah.
branded with the big L.
We stand before you, Grammy losing artists.
We'll talk more about that and our shame next set. Clouds across the sunset look like bloodshot eyes tonight. I wanna turn the porch light out, huddle with the shooting stars. I wanna wipe out all the pictures in my head tonight. I wish I could erase them by exposing them to light. I haven't had a drink since just a week ago tonight. I see your lips with lipstick on, you broke just like a dog. I'll clear away the bottles from this screened-in porch tonight. I see a bunch of wet lawn chairs, grass whose owner doesn't care. The moon is out tonight, and the stars are out tonight, my love's gone south tonight. The moon is out tonight, and the stars are out tonight, my love's gone south tonight. When I see a woman walking slow out on the street tonight, staring with those eyes you get before you slip away crying. There's rows of houses crying out to be burned down tonight. They sway like lovers in the air tonight. stuff is worked out. We're here for them.
Throw my ticket out the window. Throw my suitcase out there too. Throw my troubles out the door. I don't need them anymore. 'Cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. I should have left this town this morning, but it was more than I could do. But your love comes on so strong, and I've waited all day long for tonight. I'll be staying here with you. Oh, is it any wonder the love a stranger might receive? You cast your spell and I went under. I find it difficult to leave. I can hear that whistle blowing. I hear the station master too. If there's a poor boy on the street, then let him have my seat. 'Cause tonight I'll be staying here with you. Oh, is it any wonder the love a stranger might receive? You cast your spell and I went under. I find it difficult to leave. Throw my ticket out the window. Throw my suitcase out there too. Throw my troubles out the door. I don't need them anymore. 'Cause tonight I'll be staying here with you.
Come out of Nashville in 1969 and like that.
I should, somebody was asking, said they'd heard I was from Wisconsin. And it's not true. I'm from South Carolina, but I have adopted, and I love it here, but I've adopted Wisconsin as my home state. I don't live there. I live in Tennessee. I'm from South Carolina. I live in Tennessee and am in Austin right now.
Just to clarify.
But I hate to brag. It's not true. I like to brag. But I'm the only person here who's a member of the Sheboygan, Wisconsin Elks Lodge. I do believe.
You know, you always say I'm the only one here, and I always want to know.
Well, it's a small crowd. I can talk to people and see. And then
Oh, so you've already
none
checked?
of my Elks brothers, Colzioli, Pukey, Netman, none of them are here. I've stayed in Sheboygan. It was as close as I could get to Lambeau Field the night before my first Packers game that I ever got to go to. And I met all these wonderful people in Sheboygan, and they just wanted to drink beer and talk about football, and I felt totally at home. And then I started going to Packers tailgates with them, where games there begin at noon, and you get there about 8 in the morning. And I'm there with Netman. He got his nickname because he went fishing one time, and it was the only time he ever went fishing. He messed up with the net getting the fish, and call him Netman ever since, and he hates it. He hates that nickname.
How did Pukey get his name?
Same kind of deal, you know, yeah. And so Netman's sitting there at 8 in the morning, and he's got he calls it his Bubba Growler. I think my friend Keith has seen this. It would be a pitcher, except there's no spout, and he puts a little bit of ice in it, and he pours a Coca-Cola, and then he takes a bottle of Southern Comfort at 8 in the morning. And dumps that sucker. And he sees me watching him do this, and sees me looking at him, and he looks back at me, and he goes, "Oh, this, geez, my wife made me promise that I'd only have 2 drinks today. This is one." So I was up there one time. I was thinking a lot about what we're doing here. You know, our whole purpose. I was thinking a lot while I was in Sheboygan about that. Big picture stuff about, you know, preordination versus free will. And I come down, I don't dig the free will thing because that means a bunch of stuff has been my fault. I like that. I like being able to say, no matter what happens, you know, I guess it was meant to be. You know, that's just, you know, that's good. You didn't mow the lawn. I guess it was just meant to be. So I was thinking about that in Sheboygan one night and I wrote this song. I went to church one Sunday and I heard the preacher say, God knew 10 million years ago the things we'll do today. Or are we too heavy for you? It's all predestination, and I figure what this means is that we do all these things that we do because God wills us to do these things. And so I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan. Yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. It's not for us to understand the things that he defines, to shout or curse or praise, but it was he who wrote your lines. He decides our mortal fate, whether star, or fool. He meant for me right now to be right here on this bar stool. Sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan. Yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. And I would not trade this life he left me, even if I could. The life that he breathes into me is sweet and fine and good. Meant to be. Real good so long as I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan. Yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Everything according to the master's plan. Yeah, I'm sitting in Sheboygan drunk again. Again.
I forgot to ask you. Oh, yes, Steve.
We could do Big Steve.
Yes.
Sure.
You can just holler requests, folks. That's what it
It does.
is. We are not standing on ceremony. Yes.
Great. This is instant request hour then.
There's a club in Nashville, Douglas Corner, and if you guys are ever in Nashville, please come to Douglas Corner. They have lots and lots of great music there. It's on 8th Avenue South. There's a large fellow standing out front with a beard who will take your money and he will give it to whoever's playing that night. And that is, I believe, what makes him Peter Cooper's favorite music industry personage.
That's right, he is. Yeah. Takes people's money at the beginning of the night, gives it to us at the end. And also what I like about him, and I like this about Steve also, he loves music so much, and he'll listen through the door. Big Steve, Of course, Steve Stagner's kind of big too. Maybe we wrote this about him, but Big Steve will listen through the door of this club and talk to you about your set and things that you did differently and what he liked, and try to get you to come back the next night to see whoever else is playing there. I think music belongs to whoever loves it the most. In Nashville, that's Big Steve, but we'll send this out to our Austin Big Steve right here.
Big Steve stands at the door and says $5 please. And he's 6'8", so people rarely disagree. Smiles at all the socialites out on the town. He says thank you very much, now y'all can go sit down. Big Steve has a beard that hangs down to his chest. He works nights, so every day's a day of rest. Ain't no use in asking, he won't cut a deal. But that money's for the band, and it's a sin to steal. Maybe you came for the music. At the end of the night, you will leave. When they play the last song, the crowd will move on, and the music goes home with Big Steve. Big Steve holds the door when it's time to go. He says y'all come back tomorrow night, it's another show. Counts the 5s, the 10s, and 20s carefully. He administrates the great neon economy. The owner checks to make sure all the doors are locked. The waitress has a drink now that she's off the clock. The singer and the band are headed somewhere else. Big Steve waits on the bus, singing to himself. Maybe you came for the music. At the end of the night, you will leave. When they play the last song, the crowd will move on, and the music goes home with Big Steve. Maybe you came for the music. At the end of the night, you will leave. When they play the last song, the crowd will move on, and the music goes home with Big Steve. When they play the last song, and the crowd is all gone, the music goes home with Big Steve.
Keith said you wanted it. So I'm going to sing it for you, Mr. Carter. It's a song that Peter and I recorded on our very first record together. You don't have to like them both, and you don't, by the way. Tonight, we're just going to make it easy. We'll split it right down the middle.
My people.
Or you can just say, we all love Steve. This one's called I Know a Bird. I know a bird, she sings for me. I know a bird, she sings for me. Late at night, she sings for me. But she's far, far
down, I feel her love. When I lay down, I feel her love. Late at night, I feel her love. Though she's far, far away. Sun so high will melt my soul, but the stars late at night, they're colder than cold. I feel like I've been counting every grain of sand, every grain in a desert where I'm quickly growing old, growing old. When I lost one more. I lost a friend, I lost one more. Late at night when I think about my friends, I hope they're far, far away. Whoa. When I'm back, will you know me? When I come back, will you know me? Late at night when I'm back in your arms, will you be far, far away? Oh, I know bird she sings for me. I know bird she sings for me. Oh, I know bird she sings for me. Late at night she sings for me.
Talk about the top 2 record at some point.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can do that.
All right.
Which would you rather do here?
Take a sip of my jalapeno margarita.
Okay. Why don't you do that, and then Steve mentioned earlier that Eric Taylor is, I'm in the key of G5, I don't know what
Oh,
it's
great.
supposed to be. Eric Taylor's coming here, when is he coming, Steve?
Next June.
Next June. I would reserve tickets, in fact, I might reserve tickets for that. He's a guy that's kind of on my mountain of songwriting favorites, and my first album, I did 2 songs, they were all songs that I wrote, and except for 2 Eric Taylor songs, he's kind of a big deal to me, and one of them, I wanted some guest singers on, it's called Mission Door, and it's the title of the album, and so I called my friend Todd Snyder, and he sang on it, and I called my friend Sue Starling, and she sang a verse, and I needed another voice to sing a verse, and I knew who would be perfect for it, and it was this lady named Nancy Griffith, and I knew she'd be perfect for it, but I also knew that she and Eric used to be married and are no longer married. So I called her anyway and said, Nancy, I just wondered if you would sing on a song. She said, what song? Mission Door? Eric's song? Yes. She said, I'd be honored to sing on that song. I love that song. It's one of the best songs I've ever heard. So there's lots of definitions for great, a great songwriter is someone who can write with, empathy and blah, blah, blah. A great songwriter is one whose ex-wife wants to sing on his song. Through the mission door, the winos sang the hymn. comes food and supper. Blind Sally talks back to the preacher. She says, man, she can't tell one sin from the other, no. Here it's hands on the Bible, tears in your eyes, kneel on the corner, pray for more wine. Well, his beans and his bread is a small price to pay to hold hands and go dancing. Hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing on the old devil's grave. When the night falls on the mission door, you get a cot with a blanket, don't you spit on the floor. Sister Teresa, she's friends with the Lord, so no smoking in bed, no sleeping late in the morning, no, no, no. Here's hands on the Bible, tears in your eyes, kneel on the corner, pray for more wine with his beans and his bread. It's a small price to pay to hold hands and go dancing. Hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing on the old devil's grave.
Ain't out of the corner through the mission door. It's Toke Sam and his best friend, not Bill Hines. I ain't really a preacher, I'm Tommy the Frenchman. I like Lucky Strikes, Jesus and wine, wine, wine. There's hands on the Bible, tears in your eyes, kneel on the corner, pray for more wine with his beans and his bread. It's a small price to pay to hold hands and go dancing. Hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing on the old devil's grave.
When you leave out through the mission door, if you got any money, you better keep it down in your shoes. 'Cause every hard luck story from Houston to hell ain't worth 25 cents towards hugging the moon. No, no. Down here, hands on the Bible, tears in your eyes, kneel on the corner, pray for more wine with his beans and his bread. It's a small price to pay to hold hands and go dancing. Hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing on the old devil's grave. We'll hold hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing, hands and go dancing on the old devil's grave.
It's one of the great joys of doing what we do is being able to cross paths like Peter does a lot with Eric Taylor, and which we've been able to do over the last couple of years with Tom T. Hall, and tell them what huge fans we are of them, and be able to do things with them, collaborate and interpret and perform and create. And we went down to Tom T. Hall's house a couple of summers ago now, and we asked his permission basically to come down and recreate his album. It was called Songs of Fox Hollow. It came out in 1974. It was a kid's record. It came out at the top of his hardcore, serious country career. He put out the sweetest record about life on his farm, which is called Fox Hollow. Songs that he'd written for his two nephews that were in town visiting, two young kids, and he was writing songs about life on the farm. And Peter was just about to have a baby. It was a miracle of science, and we decided that it was time to remake this album. And so we did. It's called I Love Tom T. Hall's Songs of
We
Foxfire.
have I Love and I Care on it,
Yeah.
and this one we'll do Sneaky Snake, and we brought our friends like Patty Griffin and Jim Lauderdale, Buddy Miller, and Dwayne Eddy, the first instrumental rock and roll guitar hero, and Bobby Bear, and a bunch of others, and we all just sat around at Tom T's house in his little home studio singing his songs to him, and yeah, it got, that's what got us to be Grammy losers, because he got nominated for a Grammy.
So
You know what the most fun part of that whole Grammy experience for me was? Like the split second before they announced we lost was just really filled with.
That was a big moment.
But this is one that, this is, the album, as a parent of a now 2-year-old, I can tell you there is some iffy children's music out there. So this, if you have kids or have kids who have kids or know people who have kids, this is one that it won't drive the parents nuts either. They're really smart songs, and Tom T never talked down to kids in the songs. It's an interesting way of writing children's songs. Anyway, this is Sneaky Snake. I really think the subtext, after getting to know Tom T better, the subtext of this song is he was writing it as a way to explain to these kids that had been staying on the farm with him and his wife why the beer kept disappearing from the refrigerator with such rapidity. Boys and girls, take warning. If you go near the lake, keep your eyes wide open and look for a sneaky snake. Maybe you won't see him, maybe you won't hear. He'll sneak up behind you, and he will drink all of your root beer. And then Sneaky Snake goes dancing, wiggling and hissing. Sneaky Snake goes dancing, giggling and kissing. I don't like old Sneaky Snake, he laughs too much, you see. When he goes wiggling through the grass, tickles his underneath.
Please call Dwayne Eddy really fast. Just go back in time.
Oh, I would if I could, friend. Sneaky Snake, he drinks root beer, and he just makes me sick. When he is not dancing, he looks just like a stick. And he doesn't have any arms or legs, you cannot see his ears. And while we are not looking, he is stealing all of our beers. And Sneaky Snake, he goes dancing, wiggling and hissing. Sneaky Snake goes dancing, giggling and kissing. I don't like old Sneaky Snake, he laughs too much, you see. He goes wiggling through the grass, tickles his underneath.
All right, great. Here we go. We're gonna do a song here, and
What are we gonna do here?
we're gonna do a song that was on the very first album that Last Train Home put out. That's just called Last Train Home. From years and years ago. My God, I won't even say. But this was the. We'll try to do it. We'll try to do it here for the Fowlers. It was a dance at their wedding, the very first dance, and Last Train Home played at their wedding, and that was fun.
What's your record on weddings played in terms of, wins and losses? Weddings.
1 for 1.
Oh, you've only done one wedding?
No, but I don't want to talk about the ones that didn't work
Okay,
out.
so okay. You guys doing good together right now? Is it all? Okay, go ahead. 5 years is so good, okay.
so far away across the room. Wish that I could tell you what's been running through my head. Wish I could cross the floor, hand you a ticket to fly away with me, fly away with me. Oh, my angel Angelina, hold my hand with your alabaster fingers. I hope you'll understand. Oh, my angel Angelina, kiss me now, put your cool lips on my brow. Would you fly across the sky with me, sit by my side? Would you lean across the armrest, whisper all your secrets? Every time I catch your eye, I wonder what's behind it. I don't know where happiness hides, but I'm game to try to find it. Oh, my angel Angelina, hold my hand with your alabaster fingers. I hope you'll understand. Oh, my angel Angelina, kiss me now, put your cool lips on my brow. Every time I catch your eye, wonder what's behind it. I don't know where happiness hides, but I'm game to try to find it. Oh, my angel Angelina, hold my hand with your alabaster fingers. I know you'll understand. Oh, my angel Angelina, kiss me now, put your cool lips on my brow. Your cool lips on my brow. Oh, Angelina, kiss me now.
You go to the big F1 show this weekend? Anybody going? Anybody got tickets? Yeah. This is it? F1?
Yeah, you are F1.
What does it stand? Are we F1?
Yes.
Is that the title of our new record? I'm glad that you're here and you're not out, partying with Michael Schumacher or whoever's in town. This damn Ferrari German guy. Wait, that's Italian.
That's right.
Okay, I'll get
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you're really about this deep, right? Yeah.
That's not that
Okay. We'll see. I think it's a wonderful thing to have all these people flying into the city, and I'm glad we don't have to try to find a hotel tonight. That's good. Somebody asked about this song, and here's the answer. His dice games in with a flash of a blade. It's all in the wrists if you want to get paid. Daddy sold beer at the Black Cat Lounge, sold a little shine until a man came around. It's a little boy walking through a place like that, hitting bottle caps with a broomstick bat. Skinny cause there wasn't much of nothing to eat, walking through the mud cause there wasn't any street. And this was Alabama, down the bay with the whole world looking off the other way. Henry Aaron, he was looking for a reason to dream in 47 when a black man signed with a big league team. Jim Crow smiling while the sun beat down on a sandlot field on the wrong side of town, but took it all in stride. Striding to the ball, turn of the wrist, crack, jog and touch 'em all. Jog and touch 'em all. 10 years later, still playing the game. Stands full of people screaming out his name. He won the pennant for the Braves with a 4-base knock the same day that they were riding in Little Rock. And up in old Milwaukee, he was MVP. Back in Alabama, he was still not free. Not free to drink a beer in the white man's lounge. Not free to have a meal in Mobile downtown. The young man rising to the hard-hot South, speaking his mind with a baton on his mouth and holding it inside. Striding to the ball, turn of the wrist, crack, jog and touch 'em all. Jog and touch 'em all. Hank Aaron, he kept on hitting home runs. It didn't matter the pitcher they put up there against him. Koufax, Drysdale, Marichal, Gibson. He hit them one, he hit them all for home runs. The Braves, they moved from Milwaukee down to Atlanta, not far from the Alabama from which he had escaped. And he kept on hitting home runs. After a while, there were some people saying, well, he ain't hitting home runs at all so much as he's chasing a pinstripe ghost by the name of Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was something else, y'all. He hit 714 home runs in the major leagues. 714 home runs. That gave him the all-time home run record, the greatest record in all of sports it used to be. 714 home runs. They weren't little piddly ones neither. They were mammoth moonshot home runs. He would stand there at home plate, he would whack that baseball, watch it go over the fence with his big old belly jiggling from the aftershock of the blast. See, Babe Ruth, he didn't do performance-enhancing drugs like some of those guys are reported to do these days, you know. Bonds. Are we supposed to talk about Clemens around here? Maybe not. Are we supposed to talk about Armstrong around here? Probably not. So Bonds. Babe Ruth, though, he did performance restricting drugs, like some of y'all are doing tonight. Cheers. Wine, women, and song, that kind of thing, you know. Babe Ruth never saw a jalapeno margarita he wouldn't take down in a flash. Babe Ruth was loud and wild and funny and white, and Hank Aaron was none of that, y'all. He just shut up and hit, but he shut up and hit home runs. And sometimes people would cheer when he would hit a home run, but there were people who would boo, and after a while, there were people who actually threatened to kill him, to gun him down for being a good baseball player, for being arguably even a better ball player than the great Babe Ruth, and for challenging the Babe's record, 714 home runs, the greatest record in all sports. Challenge it. On April 8, 1974, Henry Aaron hit a baseball over the left field wall at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. The pitcher was Al Downing of the Dodgers. I know this because it was kind of a big deal. It was home run number 715. It gave him one more than the Babe 714. It gave Hank Aaron the greatest record in all of sports, and he jogged around first and second and third and started coming towards home there at home plate with a tag around her neck that said authorized field pass. There was his mama from a little town called Down the Bay, Alabama, not far from Mobile. The things she'd seen in her life, ooh. And there she was. And there around her, gathered around her, there were all these reporters. And they were shouting questions at her even before Hank touched home plate. They were shouting, how does it feel? How does it feel to be the mother of the all-time home run king? And she just kept shouting back, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. One time I was a little kid in a beauty salon in Atlanta, Georgia. I was waiting on my grandmother to get her hair did, you know. And all these women in that place, and they all had what looked to my young eyes to be flying saucers on the tops of their heads, you know. Turns out they were 1970s analog hair dryers, you know. Big old flying saucer looking things. They put them over their heads and just hear nothing but better than meditation, probably, sticking one of those hair dryers over your head. Anyway, this one lady, they took the hair dryer off of her head. She come over to where I was and I had a Brave shirt on, and she said, who's your favorite player? I said, Hank Aaron. And she said that it was too bad that he had gotten that home run record. And she said that it didn't look like they were ever going to let us keep anything for ourselves. I was just a little kid and I didn't realize that lady and I had any part of that home run record, so I was confused as to how Hank had taken it from us. But anyway, I never got that lady's name. Maybe she told me, I forgot it. I was very small. Never saw any TV shows or movies about her, read any newspaper articles about her, magazine articles. Hank Aaron, though, he did pretty good for himself. Pretty good. But I do think maybe it bugged him. I think it may have shocked him to find that the more truth and beauty he put out there in this world, the more lies and ugliness came right back at him. Maybe that's the way it works sometimes. Maybe that's the way it works a lot of the time. Maybe that's the way it works. And his dice games ended with a flash of blade. It's all in the rest if you want to get paid. Daddy sold beer to Black Cat Lounge, sold a little shine until the man came around. A little boy walking through a place like that, hitting bottle caps with a broomstick bat, and skinny, cause there wasn't much of nothing to eat. Walking through the mud cause there wasn't any street. That was Alabama down the bay, whole world looking off the other way. Henry Aaron, he was looking for a reason to dream, and when the dream came true, that's when the world got really mean. He opened up the gun threads in the mail, cause he was taking a hammer to a great white whale. He had no place to hide, striding to the ball, turn of the wrist crack, jog and touch 'em all, jog and touch 'em all.
That is on the Mission Door album, which I am proud to say was his debut release on Red Beat Records. That's my record label, and if you want to know more about all of this stuff, and there's probably some free downloads still up there. I think we never took down that button. A couple of new, some of those Peter Cooper records, songs you heard. And it's redbeatrecords.com if you want to go there, if you want to sign up on the email list. We also have that fancy little clipboard over there with a big fat Sharpie, so you have to write really small in between the lines to get it to be legible. But why don't you do that? Sign up for that. And we'll tell you more about what's going on. Hopefully we'll be coming back to Austin.
Yes.
We'll have new music in the spring, and we'd love to come back and play for y'all some more. Here's one that's on the Master Session record. Let's stay in the key of G, but let's turn it into a waltz. This is for anybody who's going through any kind of disaster, emotional or natural. In this case, it was a forest fire that I saw climbing up the hills in Montana. We hope you always have a better place to go. Fire on the mountain, smoke in my eyes. Look up and see the red flames in the black night. Pray for a hard rain. What else can we do? Fire breaks are cut and the fire's home. Come closer, darling, there's ash in your hair, a tear in your eye.
fly over in modified planes, dump in the water again and again. It's time now for leaving. What will you take? We won't need very much, we shouldn't wait. Come closer, darling, there's ash in your hair, tears in your eyes. This time tomorrow we could be anywhere. Missoula tonight if we try. Brother's a brave one, flying like that. There's a man with no fear. I think that I saw him waving his hat, pointing, get out of here.
Thank you very much. There's,
That's the first song we wrote together, wasn't it?
that was the first song we wrote together. We're gonna be writing more together. We said at Steve's house later, we're giving ourselves a deadline to get this new record done by maybe the end of January. I know it's wishful thinking, but you know. And it's just how to do it sometimes. Just give yourself a deadline and say it's gonna get done.
Well, if you accept mediocrity in your song craft, you can.
We can do it tomorrow.
Just to get it. I had a journalist friend tell me, I said, man, you write like 3 stories a day. How do you do this? Just never be afraid to hand in a mediocre story. Dan Coode, Spartanburg Herald Journal.
Words to live by. I moved to Nashville in 2004 and from Washington D.C. and Johnny Cash had recently passed away following June Carter Cash. They both died in 2003, and I went up to Hendersonville to pay tribute. Hendersonville is about 15 miles north of Nashville. Went up to a municipal cemetery, paid my respects, and they hadn't put the big double headstone they can find there now. That was just some turned dirt and a very small temporary headstone. I thought about them and everything wonderful and crazy and beautiful that they brought into the world, and a couple weeks later I wrote this one. It's called Hendersonville. Lay me down. You know what I would love? Tab to play some saxophone on this.
Really?
Yeah. Key of B. Are you okay with that, Tab?
Yeah.
Just jump in anytime. I'll just start playing. Lay me down upon the hill with my wildwood blossom still, side by side beneath the dirt, in a place where nothing hurts. Find somewhere nothing hurts. Lay me down beneath the stone, say goodbye to skin and bone. Guess I'll find out where you go. I get so weary when I roam
Am I on my way back home? Oh, lay me down in clothes of black. I'm moving on, I can't look back, 'cause I'm following right behind my true love. I can't make her wait too long. No, she's already waited too long. Tennessee, that's where my grave will always be. But my soul is here among. In every song I've sung, it's in all the songs we've ever sung.
Is known for their saxophone solos.
Yeah. Tomorrow, what did you guys, what did you do last night? Well, I went to this country club and I saw guys with guitars and they were singing songs about like Wisconsin and baseball and Johnny Cash and yeah, and then there's a dude with a saxophone too. I don't know what happened.
It's jalapeno margaritas. Make everything blurry.
So thank y'all so much for indulging us. This is it's a wonderful place to play. I'm so happy that there's a listening room like this now in Austin, and so happy to have met Tad and to get to have him jam with us a little bit. This is a song that we'll close with. It's about how doomsday prophets are always eventually proven correct. And, wrote it with my friend Todd Snyder. It's called The Last Laugh. the terminally ill and the worried well. Every time I tried to climb out of this wishing well, I only ever made it up high enough to hurt when I fell. Did you ever wonder? Of course you did. I always wondered how you kept it all so well hid. I have my heart wide open since I was a kid. Now I got a lot of love. Always inches from my ankles when he runs out of chain. My neighbor's dog knows I know how to drive him insane. I try to give him a little taste of what I've been. I'm feeling all day, always chasing after something slightly too far away. You think you're down to nothing? Ain't seen nothing yet. I've been down and out to just about as nothing as it gets. I've been working all day, every day, to pay my debts, and I need a lot of love. We need a ton of it. I got a lot of love. The old man was always such a reckless bunch of fools, but lived by his own set of not so golden rules, the kind of show off that hated a show off's guts. I always figured maybe that's what's driving us nuts. I got a lot of love. I got a lot of love. Don't worry about that. All right. But enough about town. Back to me and my wishes and desires perpetually. Here's the deal. I want a 6-foot tombstone, 2 foot thick, with the words engraved. I tried to tell you all I was sick, so you will know that I was right when you go walking on past. You tried to tell me I was well. Well, look who's laughing last. Did you ever wonder? Of course you did. I always wondered how you kept it all so well hid. I have my heart wide open since I was a kid. I got a lot of love. We got a ton of it. I got a lot of love.
3 years?
A woman named Mary who's described as a maven, she said, "Oh, that's really nice."
It is.
Of course.
I thought that the first time I saw St. Seals with it on.
Same.
Let's do one, let's have a little benediction here, I guess, then. This was written by John Hyatt, and he never recorded it until about last year. It written like 20 years ago. A guy that some of y'all may know, Kevin Welch.
Oh, yeah.
He showed it to me, Kevin Welch, and he put it on an album of his called Western Beat, and so I learned it from that. It's called Train to Birmingham. It's about a guy that's trying to get somewhere. Riding on this train, drinking whiskey for the pain. Just another good old boy going home. Every town I see seems to take a part of me, but that's the price that you pay when you roam. And I cry when I have to, and I lie when I can. Oh, but I die a little slower on the train to Birmingham.
I got holes in both my shoes and a guitar full of blues. One-way ticket for my remedy. It's the same old lonesome song that I've been singing all night long. Hey porter, are we out of Tennessee? And I cry when I have to, and I lie when I can. Oh, but I die a little slower on the train to Birmingham.
And every year I take this train to Alabama in the rain, when I get that lonesome feeling in my bones. But I never get to Birmingham. Getting there ain't the plan, I just like the feel of going home.
And I cry when I have to, and I lie when I can. Oh, but I die a little slower on the train to Birmingham. On the train to Birmingham.